What is up, y'all? Welcome into the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. He's Michael Wallace. I'm Lang Whitaker. We are courtside at FedEx Forum, getting you ready for tonight's game between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Grizzlies coming off last night's loss in New Orleans to the Pelicans, 114-106. Team effort by the Grizzlies. Had 7 guys in double figures last night, but also had 19 turnovers. Grizzlies have lost 5 in a row. This Minnesota team has won 3 in a row, but before that, they had lost 5 straight. Last night, though, or last game, they beat the Thunder by 12. So it feels like they might be kind of back to where they were. Anthony Edwards, by the way, averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah, I mean,
he's balling right now.
He absolutely is. He's trying to enter. If they can get a couple more wins together, man, and make a push up the standings, he's going to be in that MVP discussion as well, too.
He should be. Tonight's Grizz's birthday, by the way. So
happy birthday, Grizz!
You get this squishy, I think it's called. This is like a hot item. Have you heard?
It is.
I had 2 different people ask me if I could get him a Grizz squishy.
A lot of people have been looking for these things, man. So come down and get one for sure. Yeah, limited supply.
This Grizzlies team last night in New Orleans, Michael, they kind of played toe-to-toe with the Pelicans for the first, 28 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
In that second half of the third quarter, it all kind of went awry. The Pelicans had a 20-2 run.
20-2 run.
To pull ahead and grab the lead for good. I almost got hit by a ball there from one of the teams.
Once again.
It's happened a lot like the last 2 weeks.
They're aiming for you, man.
A whole year and a half. All of a sudden now, like, they're coming after you.
They're aiming for you. Yeah.
After the game last night, Coach Isler said that the Grizzlies have more questions than they have answers. He said, when you're losing the possession game time after time, I would love to put some bigger guys on there and some guys that can rebound. But we have all our biggest guys on the floor, and there is no help coming. On the backside of that, we got today's injury report.
Yeah.
Word that Jaren Jackson Jr. is doubtful for tonight's game. We haven't seen him out here, so I don't know if we're going to see him or not. We haven't gotten an update from PR.
I believe it was a thigh bruise, right?
Yeah,
for
thigh
Jaren.
bruise.
Yes, thigh bruise, yeah.
What are the Grizzlies going to do without any? Jock Landale's the one big they have available tonight, pretty much.
The one big they have left is Jock Landale. G.G. Jackson is going to have to play some 4 or 5. Omax Prosper is going to have to play some 4 or 5. Yeah. They're just going to have to get through with what they can. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs right now because, again, you wonder, there's 35-ish games left.
Yeah.
Can this team finish the season at this point, man? And, you got to wonder how demoralizing is it. I was with the team in New Orleans yesterday for that game. I asked Isolo those questions after the game, and I was in the locker room, and those guys are really giving their all, man. Shout out to Cam Spencer and, Jalen Wells and Cedric Coward for night in and night out being willing to answer these tough questions, having some hard games, and they're still showing up and being professionals. That's going to carry a lot of weight, especially with me as they move forward with this season, man. But, again, there's not a lot of help right now for the Grizzlies. They just got to grin and bear it.
It also carries a lot of weight, I think, for those guys going forward because they're all playing out of position right now.
Yeah.
And it's giving them reps at a position where they don't have a lot of experience there. Yeah.
Out of role, yeah.
Cam Spencer's not a point guard.
No.
But he's played point guard all season long, pretty much, for this Grizzlies team. And at some point, when some point guards come back, and there's some Jerome news we'll get to in a second, when some of these point guards come back and are able to play, it's going to go a long way, I think, for Cam Spencer's development off the ball when he is able to kind of get back to what's more
his natural. Yes. Now Cam had to play some combo guard, obviously when he was at UConn.
Yeah.
But you're right. In the NBA, that's just not a position you say, hey, go play point guard for us. And the Grizzlies have been doing this now for a couple of years. You remember last year, Desmond Bane was forced to play a lot more point guard than he was comfortable playing. And what does this go back to? The common denominator is that there's just not been enough availability from number 12, Ja Morant. I mean, when you're not out there and you're forcing guys to try to, fill your role, it's been a struggle for the Grizzlies for now 2+ seasons.
Yeah, well, we'll see how they're able to fill that void. Coach Isler said tonight that Jerome should be back, and he said he's on a minutes restriction that is, quote, not to be meddled with. So
that sounds like he got a stern talking to about that. He also said Jerome is coming off 2 of the most brutal practices that he's had in his career. So he really pushed through conditioning-wise earlier this week to put himself in position to be able to play tonight. And he didn't make the trip to New Orleans last night. He was able to get some rest, get off his legs. But now he's going to try to go. And what does he do right now? He tries to reestablish his health, reestablish some rhythm, and really reestablish his value. This is a guy that's on a 3-year contract. this season is basically a wash. The last season is a player option. He's basically playing for his future right now.
And this is a guy who a year ago was in their talk for Sixth Man of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah, who was
finished third, a finalist. Yeah.
Was one of the better players in the NBA at his position, and Grizzlies got him at a good contract, and just hasn't worked out with him being able to play this year. So, by the way, it's also 191 Collabs night with Peso Design. I see people carrying the stuff. I don't know how much stuff is left. If you're on the way down here, swing by the Grizz Den.
I was up there. It was a hot item. This was the first time. I know you're locked in. These are your guys. I was ordered by my wife to go make sure I picked up some 191 collab stuff today. I was one of the first ones in the Grizz Den, and that line was long.
What'd you get?
So I got the white Memphis tee, with the M, and my wife said she needed it, she wanted it. I had to get it. Don't come back home if I don't have it. So I get to get back in the house tonight. I can get back in the house tonight.
You mentioned some of these younger players for this Grizzlies team and how they have showed up night after night and given everything they have. You spoke after the game last night to Jalen Wells about staying locked in and staying connected and staying confident. And here's what Jalen Wells had to say after the game last night.
I think they went on a 20-2 run. How tough was it to try to stop that momentum, and then what sort of went wrong in that late third quarter?
A lot of our own mistakes, just shooting ourselves in the foot, poor execution, turnovers, things that we can fix. So I think it hurts more knowing that you could fix those things, but it's good knowing that you can't fix them. So,
You guys are competitors, and you go out there every night, wanting to be the best. How do you sort of balance the tough lessons you learn from losses like this, but also knowing that you guys are young and still trying to build?
We got a lot of new guys playing. Obviously, it's not the same team from last year. A lot of different guys building chemistry, coaching staff, stuff like that. So we know there's going to be ups and downs. Obviously, we want to win more, but just gotta learn from it. I think the wins will come. Just gotta keep sticking with it.
I think they went on a 20-2 run. How tough?
He also, Coach Islo, before the game tonight, said that they have a saying within the locker room that whoever is available is who we need. So these guys have been available a lot this year, and I liked your questioning there, because you're like, how do you stay in this night after night knowing you're undermanned and sort of outmatched?
And it's not their fault, man.
Right,
these are young guys.
These are the guys who are there.
These are the guys who are there, and they have to answer these questions, and they have to deal with a lot of the stuff that's gone on both in front of the cameras and behind the cameras, and they still come and they say, hey, look, let's just try to learn and get better. They're going up against frontline NBA teams. It's not like the Grizzlies are playing the toughest schedule in the world right now. They got obliterated in that third quarter by the worst team in the Western Conference, record-wise. You lose at home by 20, basically, to a Charlotte Hornets team that's gotten better. They won 6 straight now. They're on their longest winning streak in 10 years after winning today.
They beat the Spurs
today at home. And, again, you've lost twice to the win. Like, you're losing the teams that you shouldn't lose to. But having said that, man, it's just been demoralizing. And those are some stand-up young men in that locker room right now. And I really, really empathize, sympathize, and I hold a lot of respect for them for showing up every single night doing what they have to do.
They're also, they're losing to these teams, but they're also in these games. There very few of them have been games that they were out of reach the entire game from start to finish.
They've led a lot of them.
They've blown a lot of fourth quarter leads. They've been trying to make $1 out of 75 cents. I said on Grizz Beat the other day, and they're still trying to make it happen. And that's a hard,
it's tougher than that, man. Hey, you're giving them too much credit for 75 cents.
Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
You see what they're going to roll out here tonight? That's more like 15 cents on the dollar for what's expected.
But one of the guys who is rolling out there tonight is Jerome. Looks like he was out there. I don't know if he still is. Getting some shots up. I think I see him in the background back there. What does Jerome do in terms of the rotations and manpower that he's going to bring to this team? How does that change things?
He gives you a guy. You remember a couple of weeks ago, Isolo said we don't have a third level scorer at the end of games. Jerome gives you that. He's a reasonable facsimile of a 3-level scorer. He can play in the pick and roll game. He actually looked pretty good in preseason playing with Jock Landale in that pick and roll spot. So you're going to see him pick and roll right around the free throw line, get that little short porch floater. He can get to the rim. He can also shoot threes. It's going to be too much to fully expect him to just be in mid-season form. He's missed 4 months.
Yeah.
But you just want to see him function. You want to see him get out there and trust his body, allow his body to get back into a rhythm. This is going to take some time. But day one, it's going to be great to just see him get back out there for the first time since the final preseason game back on October 15th against the Miami Heat.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We went through the injuries already. Santi's out. Jaren looks like he's out. And looks like Ty Jerome is back. So we'll see. Oh, John Konchar's out tonight with a neck sprain, but it's listed as a triangle injury.
Is that what it's called?
Apparently it's the neck. I don't know.
Okay.
Jessica Benson told me
Triangular something.
No, it just said triangle. Strained triangle something. I don't know. Jessica told me it's a neck. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Jessica's going to join us on the other side of this when we come back. You're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Duke is suing their quarterback because Darian Menza announced he was entering the transfer portal last Friday. So Duke said, no, you're not.
I'm all for NIL. I'm all for player freedom to transfer and player empowerment. But just saying, I signed the contract, but the contract doesn't matter. I don't understand how that works.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Memphis, Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale now.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker alongside Jessica Benson courtside here at FedEx Forum as the Grizzlies get ready to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tip-off is in about 47 minutes. And as we get ready for tip-off, as she always does, Jessica Benson joins us. Jessica Benson joins us. That's a lot of JBJs.
Jessica Benson joins us.
Yeah, to tell us who tonight's main character is, Jessica.
It's got to be Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
We're seeing Ty Jerome for the first time this season.
See him start. We'll see what happens. I would assume.
Could be that, and that is a testament to where this team is at, even getting Ty Jerome back. They're down a lot of bodies. We'll see what happens with John Konchar and Jaren Jackson Jr., who were both added to the injury report and are doubtful for tonight. And it's a bit of a strange feeling because I think a few weeks ago, if you had told me, hey, you're going to be sitting doing the warm-up show, making Ty Jerome your main character because you're about to see him for the first time this season, you might find yourself thinking, well, man, things might be about to trend up for this Grizzlies team. But on a 5-game losing streak, there's just no telling what one body in. Plus, you potentially remove 2 more, add them to that injury list, and so it leaves you in a bit of a conundrum of how you should feel about Ty Jerome, or should I make
today is Grizz's birthday?
A mascot.
And so we have lots of mascots joining us now. We have T-Rack, Nash.
Wow.
This is Nash.
Bud.
And T-Rack. And we have Crunch all here.
Crunch. Can you repeat those names one more time?
Crunch, T-Rack, and Nash.
All right.
Happy birthday to Grizz, right? We're all here to wish Grizz a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Grizz.
Did anybody bring a gift? A gift for Grizz?
A present?
No.
A gift?
Oh. Joe Ingles just dropped the ball on his head. Well, it's Crunch. He's welcome from Memphis to Memphis. We appreciate you being here. How long have you guys known Grizz? A long time.
Long time.
Okay.
How long have you known Grizz?
The problem is he
9 years.
He can only count to 8. Is it hard not having opposable thumbs? Oh, wait, you do have. Some of you do have thumbs.
You have a thumb. Yeah.
Well,
oh, it's okay. We were miscounting your fingers.
How many of you guys played in that football game in Nashville?
Did you play in the football game?
Did you play in the football game in Nashville? Yeah.
Take the kids out.
You guys were
That's what's up.
laying the smackdown. So
Yeah.
tonight at halftime, I understand we have Simon Says happening. Crunch is doing something else. I think at halftime tonight we're playing Simon Says.
At
Is
halftime.
that right? Yeah.
Simon Says. Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you practiced? Do we practice Simon Says? Okay. So we're all good. All right, well,
I can do it too.
I'm not that good at it. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us, and this has been great. Thank you guys.
Man.
Thank you guys. What's that, heart?
Oh, what a kiss. Oh yeah, please put that back in. Thank you.
Hey Jayla, let's start that clip of the Jessica Benson show from yesterday. We'll take a quick break. We come back. Jessica will still be here. You're watching the warm-up show on Grind City Media.
Announced yesterday that we have 2 accepted invitees for the dunk contest.
Yeah, this is dire.
Jackson Hayes and Carter Bryant. And it just has become such a thing to hate on the dunk contest. But you see that tweet and you're like, what are we doing?
I was told, again by my son, Jackson Hayes last week in a game did a through the leg dunk.
I saw
that
it.
I didn't see. But
I don't recognize
he was like,
anything
oh, he did
does.
a cool dunk. Carter Bryant's super athletic.
Okay.
I don't know if he's creative. That's the main thing. I don't know. Like we need somebody.
I don't need Jackson Hayes to represent. I mean, that's like the direst of the direst.
The big problem with Jackson Hayes is that he's a big. Like big guys don't win the dunk contest.
The big problem with Jackson Hayes is something far bigger than that.
Other things too.
Sure.
But yeah, but just in general, big guys don't win the dunk contest.
Yeah.
You need somebody like Carter Bryant. I have no idea. Maybe he's interesting. Maybe who knows? Maybe he's good. I just know Mac McClung's out. All right, we got the mascots out of here. They're all here to wish Grizz happy birthday tonight, so they bum rushed the show a little bit. But it was cool to see them here. You were saying Ty Jerome is your main character for tonight. What do we like? What do we expect from him tonight? Like he hasn't played all season.
Restriction.
Not to be meddled with.
Not to be meddled with, per Coach.
That's a great Isoloism.
It was. I was like, oh, he means serious business. Don't ask what the minutes restriction is.
My other favorite one was where he said, "It's not tennis," as Kevin Garnett said.
Yeah. I actually wrote that down in my notes to make sure that I also utilized that sometimes.
I told him on the way out of the room, I was like, I like the KG quote. He said, I try to drop him in there.
Every now and then. I just think with Ty Jerome, you finally have someone who is supposed to be on the ball this season. Yeah. Like, when we started this year, Ty Jerome was supposed to be the backup to John Moran, and we were flirting with, ooh, maybe they can be on the court at the same time. But ultimately, it was supposed to be somebody who gave you a pure backup point guard who could organize the offense when Ja was off the floor. And now you haven't had any point guards on the floor for much of this season.
Ty Jerome is officially available. Jaren Jackson Jr., John Conchar are out, and Jemai Meshack is on a two-way. He's inactive for tonight. So Ty Jerome's officially playing. I would assume he'll start. Yeah.
Put 2 on the list, as has been the story this season.
2, like the Paul Abdul, 2 steps forward, 1 step. Was it 1 step forward, 2 steps
forward, 2 steps back? I'll say, who I hope that it really helps the most tonight, team-wise. Figure out the turnovers. That would be preferable. But it allows Cam Spencer to not have to be your starting point guard. And you want to see Cam Spencer get back in the rhythm of being a knockdown three-point shooter. And he's had to deal with a lot of extra responsibilities, even as Coach Isola was talking about the extra responsibilities that Jaren Jackson Jr. has had to take on, oftentimes playing out of position at the 5, how much of a heavy workload position that is, and how that can really have a trickle-down effect. I think that's certainly the case for Cam and for Vince Williams Jr. a bit as well. But ultimately just getting a true point guard into the lineup.
Cam Spencer's done an admirable job playing point guard.
Yes.
The end of that Pelicans game, Cam's going, how about that one? Cam's going one-on-one against Trey Murphy and Herb Jones. You're like, all right, like this is why you need a point guard at this juncture
For the
in the game.
second time in just over a week.
Yeah. So anyway, well, hopefully we get to see Ty Jerome out there tonight doing some Ty Jerome things. All right, Jessica will be on the call tonight on ESPN 92.9. I'll be right back with Michael Wallace. You're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
What is up? Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. He's Michael Wallace. I'm Lang Whitaker. We are courtside getting you ready for the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. About 37 minutes from tip-off. We got the mascots out of here. We can finish the show off and get, like we always do at this time, go around the NBA and talk about some of the bigger stories. The Giannis trade story is the story that everyone's talking about around the league right now. Trade deadline's coming up on February 5th next week. The latest rumor that got reported today was that the Warriors are apparently ready to offer everything for Giannis. Maybe 4 first-round picks. A whole cavalcade of players could be involved in this thing. If you're the Warriors, do you go all in on Giannis right now, knowing Steph Curry's kind of near the end of things more than he is at the beginning?
Well, I mean, you feel like Steph Curry can play. Like, he's coming up to the end of his contract. But
I think he has 2 years left.
Yeah, he can extend that as long as Giannis is there, right? Like, Giannis is going to add time to Steph Curry's, sort of future. Yeah, his timeline. Draymond as well, right, from that standpoint. So if it doesn't cost you Draymond and it doesn't cost you Steph Curry, yeah, go all in with whatever.
What if it costs you Draymond?
I don't think they would do that. I don't think Steph would want that. I just don't. I don't think Steph would want that. I think they want to go out together, as much of a headache as Draymond can be. You know, that's sort of the last vestige to their dominance there. But, hey, look, Golden State is desperate. They know they're going to hit a hard reset and a hard rebuild, Chicago Bulls style, like after Jordan left and Pippen left that last time. So go all in right now and just mortgage your future for the next decade if that means trying to chase one more title.
What team do you think is most likely to end up with Giannis?
It's scary to me, and I think that they're kind of struggling just a little bit right now to warrant going after him. San Antonio. I just think San Antonio has the perfect combination of assets, draft picks, draft capital, and still enough to still have at least 2 guys to put around, two guys to put around Giannis. When you talk about Victor Wembanyama and either Harper, or Castle, right, from that standpoint. night. That would be scary. San Antonio could do it. I don't know if they want to, but they absolutely could do it, and that's the team that I'm saying, oh, man, if they do that, look out.
You know who I would do it? If I'm the Thunder.
Yeah,
Jalen Wells.
They've also kind of been,
Jalen
shaky.
Williams and as many first-round picks as you want.
See,
they had like 12 or something crazy in the next 5 years.
And you know what? They could do that without even putting Jalen Williams in there.
Maybe so.
That's the thing. Like, they could do that and put Chet Holmgren in there.
Maybe
You know what I mean? Send him back to the Midwest where he's from. He's a Minnesota guy. That's not Wisconsin, but still, I mean, they have the assets too. I just don't think that they feel like they would be desperate enough to need them.
Maybe not.
Their culture is a little bit different, but I think San Antonio is the wild card from that standpoint.
Yeah, and also the Thunder, like, they've built the whole thing from the ground up pretty much. They've had a couple of little things on the side.
They don't need to skip steps.
That'd be like a transformational, trade.
Yeah,
Although
that'll be Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, right? And we've seen it happen
That worked
once.
out pretty well. I would do it if I was the Thunder. Hall of Game today in Fort Wayne, Indiana, I believe it was. John Conchar was inducted to the Purdue Fort Wayne Hall of Fame today. We think of Jitty around here as a guy who comes off the bench, maybe gets you some rebounds, a good role player.
Yeah.
Kind of fits in here and there.
Yeah.
Did you ever think he'd be a Hall of Famer? Like, did you ever see him play in college or anything?
I've seen his film. I've seen his footage. I don't remember seeing, any Fort Wayne games like when he was there, right?
Like, I never saw him on SportsCenter.
But he was a triple-double guy every single night, basically, with what he was doing there. He was there Mr. Everything from that standpoint. So he was a much more of a defined offensive player when he was there.
Yeah.
And when you go back and look at his clips and his stats, you're like, wow, okay. I remember that draft because as soon as the draft ended, as soon as the Grizzlies drafted Ja Morant with the second overall pick, then they got Brandon Clark. I got a call from the front office saying, we got one more guy that we're going to add to this class, and I'm just as excited about him as I am about anybody that we're bringing in. And it was John Conchar. So he's still here 7 years later, and that's the reason why. His longevity, his stick-to-itiveness is part of what his brand is all about. Congratulations.
He's just a good dude.
He's a good dude
to have around. Like, he's a good locker room guy. He also plays every role they ask.
Yeah.
I said on this show like a couple weeks ago, like, he might not have been the best player on the Grizzlies this year, but while he plays, like, he's kind of the most consistent guy. Night to night, you know what you're getting out of Jitty when he gets out there.
And no matter what you need, he's going to give it to you. Rebounding, passing, diving on the floor, the whole nine, man. So, big time shout out to him. Well deserved.
Congrats. Last one. Derrick Rose has been going through feels like 6 months now where they've been like retiring different parts of his legacy in Chicago. They had a banner. They retired his number. They did the jersey, all these other things. But he said he doesn't want a statue. They asked him if he would want a statue, and he said, I saw D. Wade's, and I said, nope.
That's funny.
But then he said, you could do a statue of the family crest, but I don't want a statue of myself. I feel like that's idolizing in a way, and I don't want nobody to idolize me.
He's always been that way. Yeah. And that's the humility right there. He doesn't feel like he's a deity from that standpoint. He just wants to be a guy that did his part. And D. Rose, man, congratulations for everything that he's done. I'm glad we got a chance to hit him, hit part of his career when he came here for that one short season. Yeah. Best wishes to him on that, man. I got one for you, too. And this is not basketball related, but it's culture related across all cultures, man. Rest in peace to Grady DeMond Wilson.
Yeah.
Lamont Sanford from Sanford and Son, man. We discovered today, it was reported that he passed away today at age 79. One of the most iconic shows to ever hit sitcom television.
First person I thought of when I saw that news was Steve Smith, who I used to work with at NBA TV, who owns every episode of Sanford and Son on videotape, because when he signed with the Atlanta Hawks, he had it written into his contract.
Oh, wow.
Because Turner used to show it on TBS.
Yes.
He had it written into his contract that he would get a copy of every episode of Sanford and Son.
So he's got all 6 seasons.
Smitty has the whole thing. So, Smitty, I thought about you when I saw that news. R.I.P. to Grady.
Grady. I never know. Yeah, it was DeMond Wilson. Yeah, Grady DeMond Wilson.
All right, we got about a minute before we get to tip-off tonight. One matchup, Mike, that you got your eye on.
Ooh, man. Jock Landale and Rudy Gobert. Right, I got to see that. Jalen Wells and whoever's playing power forward for the...
Do you think they try to match the minutes as much as possible of Rudy and Jock? I was thinking about that. Like, maybe you try to, like, mimic those two guys.
Yeah, you got to keep them on the floor.
Gobert's out.
Yeah.
Ja gets a break, and then you go small or whatever you're going to have to do.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The question is who's going to play power forward for the Grizzlies at this point. They don't have enough bodies.
I don't know. All right. If you're going to watch this game tonight, not only is it on FanDuel, it's on WMC5, so you can check it out on television too. But if you're on FanDuel, catch the pregame show right now with Fish, Pete, all them, Verno, and Brevin. On radio tonight, it's on 92.9 ESPN. And after the game, stay tuned to Grind City Media for the double post with Roser, Bennett, Jessica. I'll call in and give them a hard time. And we'll be back here on Monday to play the Timberwolves again. Appreciate you tuning in. This is the warm-up show on Grind City Media.